This is a tale that'll make a crash fleet. It'll give you poo skimples. This is a story about Cinderella who lived in a big hard house with a mean old stepmother and her two sister uggers. Well, they made Cinderella do all the wordy dirt while they sat around cheating chocolates and magazines. Well, one day Cinderella's in the kitchen flopping the more, and in came the two sister uggers said, guess what? The Prince and Princess is throwing a fancy best draw. We're all invited. It's too bad that you can't go. Cinderella went back into the kitchen with ears in her ties. She just about you could see a freckling, and all of a sudden there was a lightning flash of fright. Standing before her was a beautiful Mary. Cinderella said, well, who are you and what do you want? The beautiful Mary said, well, I'm your Mary Godmother. Cinderella said, okay. Can I go to the ball? Well, our Mary Godmother said, yes, you may go, but you must promise to be home by midnight. Then she waved her magic wand, and instantly Cinderella was transformed into a ravishing Rudy. She had a long white gaping sound and a necklace of poopies and rurals, and on her feet were two tiny sass clippers. Then she was off. Pretty soon she cast to the camel, that's came to the castle, and she docked on the north. But the first two people she ran into were the two sister uggers. She was so beautiful they didn't even Cinderella recognize her, so they introduced her to the Prince of Hints. He said, can I dab this Hans? He said, why, you're so beautiful, you remind me of Beef and Slooty. He was just about to ask for a marriage hand when all of a sudden the clock struck 12 and Cinderella banned from the raw. But as she did, one of the sass clippers flipped from her soot, and the Prince of Hints, he picked it up and said, all I got to do is find the woman who flipped this clipper. Said, I know I'm longing in love. So he searched from house to house. You can't turn that around. Pretty soon he came to the same house Cinderella lived in. He knocked on the north. Who should answer but the two sister uggers? And of course they're beating too fig. Then it was Cinderella's turn, and guess what? Flipper fitted perfectly, and they were married and happily ever after. Folks, that's the story of Cinderella. But you know there's a moral to the story, because Cinderella never gave up. And as you walk down the pathway of life, never give up. Abraham Lincoln didn't give up. Benjamin Franklin, he didn't give up. Oliver Twittleby, well, who's he? See, you don't know because he gave up. So as you walk down the pathway of life, always try to remember this simple little philosophy. Some of our hubbles are trig, some of our smuddles are traw. If we try to have no hubbles, how can we recognize our ressings?